Hey, Mark the Meerkat here with the trade of the day from Grok Trade in the Grok Day Trading chat room. And it was on Beyond Meat. That's right, BYND, just a IPO just a few weeks ago. And here it was after opening, it was in a symmetrical triangle right at, look at that, the apex was right at its closing line. We just did notice that it had made the move, but we had that on the back burner. It wasn't one of the original ones we were tracking today. And then it started to break out. Boom, boom, boom. And we missed this part. We missed that part right there. So now it's high basing right at this dash line, which is the R1 pivot line. Pivot lines are those lines that are created each day based on the prior day's price action. And in this case, it's right at the 83 even dollar amount. So I set a trade and waited for it to break out. We're waiting patiently, patiently. Now on this run out, I want you to notice big volume here, big volume, and now it's just kind of waiting. We'll see if it's ready to explode to the upside or not. So sitting there waiting, and then what happened next? Boom, there it is, and now I'm now long at $83.22 with my fill on the breakout above the $83 area. I have a 1% attached stop that as soon as I get filled, exactly 1% behind, that is now an activated stop. And then and now it is moving on up here. I'm going to bring my stop up closer to this line of resistance, this $83 and that pivot line, to reduce my risk to less than 1% on the trade. All right, let's see what happened after that. Okay, it's going up. Boom, look at that. It was just kind of basing here, and then boom, look at that, and look at the volume. Oh, this is tasty now. Bringing my stuff up way in the money here, at least into $1 in the money here, almost $2 in the money, over 1% now. Risk-free trade. Love it when that happens. And now look at it, just taking off here. But now here's at $88 and basing just above $88. And so this is the R2 pivot line up here. I'm bringing my stop just under that, and it's still just resting up here. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a half order to sell it, just a half order, because my rules say if it stalls in a major line of resistance or support, 88 even dollar, between 88 and 89, go ahead and take out half, giving this second half an opportunity to run. And so what did I right here? I took out half at $88.38 for 6.2% on the first half. But I'm going to give it an opportunity to continue to run. If not, it's going to break down here below the 87, and this S2 pivot line, R2 pivot line, I'm going to go ahead and get out. But let's see what happened next here. And boom, there it goes. It broke out above the 89. And again, look at the volume. Boom! That's right. And so we're going to bring our stop right up underneath the 88 even dollar amount here. And let's see what happens after that. Oh, look at that. Hit up here almost to $82 and started to pull back here. So I'm bringing my stop up here along this just underneath the $89 support area, just under $89 support. And look at that, how long it based there. It's just basing, and then look at that. Just dropped down right there at and I got stopped out on my second half at $88.80 for 6.7% on the second half. So let's take a look at this whole trade here. This was a symmetrical triangle. We missed that. Then it was a high base, and we just sat patiently, let the market come to us, and boom, as soon as it broke out, I got in. When it stalled it and made a line of resistance and support, I took out half, and then it broke out, and it was way overextended up here, so I kept bringing my stop up here, and then as soon as it was basing at $89 and it dropped below 89, I got out for a total trade of 6.4% in 21 minutes. Now look what happened after that. It proceeded to fall down for quite a while there, and before it started to rise again. So this was one big trade that we had today, but it was an extraordinary day in the Grok Day Trading chat room, folks. Here, let me show you our statistics from today. This is just almost breathtaking. We had 9 trades today. That last trade, trade number 9, was the one that I just showed you for 6.4, which is extraordinary, okay? Now look at the rest of the day. We had a 2.3 here, also on Beyond, and 1% on TTD, and 2% on the VIX. When it took off, when the market took off, it dropped suddenly as well. So today we were 9 out of 9 trades. That's right, 9 out of 9 trades for 100% success rate. Again, this is an extraordinary day, folks. This does not happen every day. Our target is 60%, make money on 6 out of 10 trades. And we had 0 errors today. Love it, because that means we were trading well, besides being 100% success rate. Now we have a 5% target, that's for 5% on risk, and a 10% stretch goal. Well, today we were at 14.7%. Now, with our model portfolio, investing $10,000 per trade with a 1% stop, we're risking $100, but for every 1% we make, that's $100. So in our model portfolio, we made $1,400 today in less than 2 hours, because we quit a little bit early. I didn't want to put any more money at risk in the market. Now, we were struggling all week. This is not, this again, an extraordinary day, because you can see Monday we actually had an expense day on Monday after all of our trades. We had 10 trades and we didn't make money. Yeah, and yesterday about 3%, about $300. But then 14% today. So for the week we're at 16%, right on target for 5% per day. But again, it's in the long term if we're making more money than we lose. So this is Mark the Meerkat. Hey, just remember that we want to keep the meat of the trade, just like great fishermen. When they catch a big fish, what do? They cut off the head, they cut off the tail, and they keep the meat. That's what we do at Grok Trade as well. We're never going to get in at the exact bottom. We're never going to get out at the exact top. We keep the meat of the trade. And in this case, $640, that's a lot of meat. Mark the Meerkat, trade well.